Hello, everybody. It's Dana Sullivan, the Stampin' Chick, here for another Think Tank Thursday. Yay! How are you today, my friends? I hope that you have been having a wonderful week. It has been it's been a good one for us over here in the Stampin' Studio. I think we've had a really busy week, classes and things and all the things, and yeah, a pretty busy week, I think. Let me just take a look, make sure I see Miss Sherry is here. Hello, darling. And I see some more folks are coming in. Please come on in, grab a seat, say hello. Let me know where you're tuning in from. If you're brand new to Think Tank Thursday, thank you so much for being here. I hope that you enjoy your visit with us. Think Tank Thursday is a little bit different than most Facebook or YouTube live crafting sessions, where I have a very basic idea of what we're going to do this evening, and I'm going to employ the help of my viewers, you guys, to help me put together an absolutely amazing project, which we always have so much fun doing, and I know that you guys will too. So as you're coming in, say hello, let me know that you're here, and I'm going to go ahead and get started. I've got a couple of little housekeeping things that I'd like to do before we get started. Everything has gone live yesterday. The holiday mini catalog for Stampin' Up! Went live, and we have a brand new scrapbooking catalog, a little brochure, and it went live as well. And we got two brand new kits that released yesterday. One of them is a beautiful little Christmas ornament kit, which I don't have with me. It's hanging over there, but it's very, very cute. And then the other kit is a box for your cards, and it's like an 8 by 8 by 6 inch box. It's a pretty decent sized box. It's very sturdy and beautiful, and has chipboard dividers in it with labels that you can divvy out and sort out your cards that you make. So it's really, really cute. And then I think those are all the things. Everything just went live yesterday. And with regard to the scrapbooking stuff is while supplies last. And we anticipate that it might actually sell out quicker than we're hoping for. So if you're interested in any of the scrapbooking stuff, you can go to my website, and you should see a little display banner talking about the scrapbooking collection. But if you don't, then you can go down the left-hand side of the page, and you can see the scrapbooking tab there, and you can find scrapbooking supplies right there. Or from the What's New area, there are a few different avenues that you can do to get to it. So anyway, a lot of fun stuff that's being released all at the same time, which is not at all overwhelming. It's super exciting. Holiday catalog, scrapbooking stuff, and two brand new kits. Hi, Miss Dawn. How are you today, love? So this evening, we're going to be playing with products from the new holiday catalog. So I hope that you guys are ready for that. I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera down here, and that way you guys can see what's going on there. And let me just, there we go. Hey, Miss Kim, how are you, darling? You're just in time, baby girl. Okay, so the holiday mini catalog is currently live, And so I'm able to show you inside of it now. Yay, I'm so excited. And then the scrapbooking brochure is also released, and it is so stinking cool too. But I have to show you the silliest thing that I've done. If you know about printing both sides of your paper, if you have an automatic feeding printer, you tell it to either flip on the long side or the short side. And if your project is a portrait project, you have it flip on the long side, so that way it's all pointed upright. And if you have it landscape style, you should have it to flip on the short side. But as you can see by the fact that this is upside down, I forgot to do that, and mine actually flipped on the long side. So as we kind of glance through the catalog, you can see that this side is upright and this side is upside down. So anyway, we have some really cool new things that I want to share with you, though. So one of the things is that we have some new solid cardstock. So you guys can see this upside down, but at least it'll show you the colors. And actually, let me turn it around because there's a QR code right here. And that will take you directly to the Stampin' Up! Website. So if you want to zoom in there, you'll be able to go to directly to the scrapbooking stuff as well. So that's pretty cool. So we have these new colors of cardstock. And the really cool thing about these is that there's 12 sheets of the same color, first of all. And second of all, these are what we call two-tone cardstock. Now, if you're familiar with Close to My Heart, then you already know about two-tone cardstock. And basically what it means is that one side is full color. This is what our ink pads and markers and all of the other things will match up with. And then the lighter color is like a stamped off version, right? So you have the standard color and then a lighter color on the backside. And it's the same color, but it's just a lighter shade on the backside. Another really cool feature of this cardstock, coming back over here to this side, is that it's actually white core base. So our regular cardstocks are colored all the way through. And I'm just going to show you what I mean. So here is Old Olive cardstock. And if I tear this, what you see is Old Olive cardstock, right? So you can see that the color goes all the way through the paper. It's saturated all the way through. So when I tear it, it has a green edge to it because the color goes all the way through, right? But this white core is, you can see here, it's this black paper and it's got white edges where it's torn. And so that's really cool for scrapbooking. It gives you some extra depth and dimension to your projects. And so we have those cardstock things. And then we also have some really cute new scrapbooking workshop kits. I'm super excited about this. I've got my order in, and as soon as it comes in, our very next Think Tank Thursday, we'll compare the different products, okay? Because you can order the workshop kit. Once again, flipping the paper. The workshop kit, for example, the Reindeer Memories one, you'll get all of the stuff that you see pictured here. So you get some two-tone cardstock, you get some white cardstock, you get a few double-sided 12 by 12 designer series paper sheets. You get a 12 by 12 sticker sheet. You get some 12 by 12 single-sided designer series paper as well, which is something that we've not had. Stampin' Up! Is typically a two-sided DSP, unless it's a specialty type or something, right? And then you get an ephemera sheet, you get die-cut sheet, you get some photo placeholders, which are just pieces of paper that are the size that they recommend your pictures be to go along with the scrapbook layouts. And then you also get an instructional brochure that shows you how to die cut or how to cut all of the designer series papers and cardstocks so that you get the most bang for your buck. And it gives you exact measurements and it shows you placement and all the things. So it is super cool. And the scrapbook kits will do 3 2-page layouts. So you'll get 6 actual pages designed, and you can see them here if that's okay for you to see upside down. You can see them here. Of course, you don't have to follow the pattern. You can do whatever you want to do because, as I always say, these are your projects. You can do whatever makes you happy. So you can absolutely go rogue and do it however you want to and just use the products how you'd like, or you will have that instruction booklet that you can use to follow and give you some just really cute scrapbook layouts. Okay, so there's that one. And then there's another one. This one, it's so bad. This is the Reindeer Memories one. So you can see the papers right there, and then the die cut sheet. And then each of these classes are having a coordinating stamp set that is geared specifically towards scrapbooking. So as you can see with like a journaling spot, a little date stamp deal, kind of a title stamp, things like that, little decorative elements. So these stamps are going to be geared specifically towards scrapbooking. So I'm going to flip through just a little bit, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna have you look upside down, but there's a snowy day one. And again, all of the kits have the same things that I mentioned. And then here's the layouts for these ones. Personally, these in particular are a little more simple than I would prefer. So I am really excited to get a hold of this and see what I can come up with on my own to zhuzh them up a little bit. So that'll be a lot of fun. And then here's the stamp set for that one. Halloween, for those of you of my friends who are Halloween fans and you went, oh no, there's not very much Halloween stuff in the holiday catalog. My friends, you are not alone. I share that sympathy with you. But we are fortunate to have a Halloween scrapbooking workshop kit. So that is pretty cool. We've got some designer series papers, which coordinate with that Potions and Spells stamp and die bundle. So you can see the stacked books are very similar. So you'll be able to use that stamp and die bundle along with this collection. Plus, it also has its own, I'll show you that right there. So you can see the little elements there. It's Potions and Spells bundle. And then it coordinates. Oh, I had it upside down anyway. No, I didn't. Oh my goodness. This is so confusing. Okay, and then here is the stamp set. and a better look at the papers and the die cuts. So you can see this will be a lot of fun. I admit that this year is going to really challenge me with regard to the 13 days of Halloween treats. I'm not entirely sure how that's going to work out, but we are going to give it our best go. Okay, so in addition to that one, there is an autumn one, which is so beautiful. I actually got to see the designer series papers and the extra stuff that came along with this workshop kit. It is very pretty. So there are some questions that I've been hearing from folks with regard to the product itself. The cardstock that is included with this is not as thick as the regular Stampin' Up! Cardstock that you might be used to. It is a little bit thinner than that, but it's okay. I mean, it's still really nice quality. It's just not as thick as Stampin' Up's regular cardstock, which is fine when you're talking about scrapbooking pages because you won't have as much depth in there, right? So it won't be as much bulk on your pages by having this little bit lighter weight of cardstock. Now, the designer series paper is as heavy as our usual designer series papers and maybe even just a tiny bit heavier. So this is absolutely beautiful. The paper is really spectacular. And the print on the die cuts is phenomenal. I mean, it really is beautiful. I was concerned as to how good of quality they would be, if they would be very basic and kind of cheaply feeling, and they are not. So I really appreciate Stampin' Up! For giving us beautiful supplies. And you can see this one comes with some little, it's not actually chipboard per se. It's kind of chipboard-ish, but anyway, it's die cut little symbols and elements and things. And then you know what? This having things back and forth business is for the birds. There we go. I was wondering, where is the stamp set? And I was already on it. You can tell it's going to be a night, right? Okay, so that is the scrapbooking brochure. You can find this on my website, and you can, I'm pretty sure that you can find the PDF to be able to download and print out as well. So that is very cool. And then, of course, the mini holiday catalog is live. I'm not going to go through all the pages. That wasn't my intention for this evening. And I want us to be able to get into our project. But let me see. More Than Autumn is the theme for this month's Stamp Camp. So if you are interested in participating in this month's Hybrid Stamp Camp, they are absolutely phenomenal. You guys have shown such a tremendous response to those events that I'm just blown away, and I'm so excited. So these are a hybrid event, meaning that if you're local, you can come and do the class in person with me. And if you're not local or you're just not able to make it that date, we will have a Facebook group, and there will be PDF and video tutorials available in that group. And the class is $55, and you get about $30 worth of product and stuff. And then you get 8 project kits and some goodies, and it's just absolutely fantastic. And it's absolutely going to be an amazing time. So the Latte Love one was spectacular, and this one is going to be even more fun. I've already been collecting the goodies. I found some really cute and fun stuff, so I can't wait to show you guys, and I hope that you will consider joining in. So let me know if you happen to be interested in that, and then what I'm looking for just now is okay, I'll show you this one, the Snowy Scenes Suite. I'm showing you this because the project that we're going to do this evening is going to give you the choice of using products from this suite or the reindeer suite that I'm going to show you here in just a second. Okay, so the Snowy Wonder Stamp and Die bundle has some really cute elements to it. You can make some snow globes. It's got beautiful little snowflakes, Christmas trees, a cute little penguin, a snowman, house, cottage, whatever, and all the cute stuff. And the paper is absolutely stinking adorable. That ribbon is so cute. There's the ribbon. And then it's got the little snowflake kind of resin, rubbery, silicone-ish type sequins. So I don't know that it says, yeah, it doesn't say what they're actually made from, but they're kind of like Fimo clay, but rubbery, silicone, whatever. Anyway, they're very cute. And then what I'm looking for is this one, Reindeer Days. This one is so adorable, and these cute little book boxes right here, this is what we're going to play with this evening. So I already have one of the kits right here. It's got the base and the outline for it. So we have those, and then we've got all of the little elements here that go along with it. So the Reindeer Fun Stamp and Die bundle, the designer series paper is just as cute as it can be. It's absolutely adorable. And there's baker's twine and little peppermint disc embellishments. And so you're going to get to choose if you want to use this product suite, or if you want to use the Snowy Scenes product suite to make our project tonight. So I am going to move this out of the way because we don't need it. Let me close that up over there. Okay, and I've got our little box here. I'm not going to assemble it yet because I think we may end up wanting to cover the pieces, right? So I'm going to leave that there for just a minute. So your first question of the evening is, are we doing the Snowy Wonder, or are we doing the Reindeer Fun? Okay, so you guys comment and let me know, are we doing the Snowy Wonder or are we doing the Reindeer Fun? So comment and let me know, and I'm going to get the paper and stuff ready for either one, okay? All right, so comment and let me know which one you want to do. All right, I'm seeing Reindeer Fun, Reindeer Fun. Yay! Okay, so I am going to put the Snowy Wonder supplies away. Look at that. Just like that, it's gone. And we'll bring in, Kim says either one. She thinks they're both cute. Okay, and as it happens, because I ordered these during the pre-order, I actually have some of the little peppermint disc as well. They are not available right now, but they are expected to be in on the 16th. So you can tell, I mean, they just released yesterday, and like that, they are gone. They are super stinking cute, and I just love them. So let's see here. I'm going to set this aside. And the book treat boxes come in a pack of 10. And how much were they? They were $10 for a pack of 10. So they're $1 a piece, and they're a really decent size. They're 6" by 8.5" is what I think they measure the base. Oh, no, I do not. I swear I don't, Sherry. They're measuring in the book, when it says 6 by 8, I can tell you that they're measuring this, which is a little bit deceiving, actually. In fact, that's not even 6 by 8. Did I measure? Oh, it may be the embossing folder. Hold on. Let me look at that again, because that... Oh, yeah. I'm so sorry about that. I was looking at the embossing folder. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. The book treat boxes are 3 by 4 inches. Okay, so they're a little bit smaller, but they are really sturdy, really heavy-duty card. And they've already got adhesive strips as well to help you assemble them. So it's going to be super fun, right? Okay, so now that we know this is what we're going to do, I'm going to get my little magnets here, because instead of making this a one and done, like it's adhesive and then you'll have to tear it to get it open, I want to put magnets in here so that it can just pop open like this, and it can be reused. Okay, so I'm going to show you how we're going to manage that. And these are the magnets that I get. There's 400 to a pack, and there may be, I want to say they might be somewhere around $8. I believe these ones are 8 millimeter, but let's take a look and see. As you can tell, there's an awful lot of them, but they are flat, like skinny flat. So they're really nice for being able to not take up too much space. They're not very bulky, and they're really strong too. So let me see here. This is, yeah, thank you. Just hang on right there. Let me go from this side and I'll be able to see better. All right, so right about 10 millimeters actually. So anyway, they're not very big, and they're fabulous to use for all kinds of projects, but especially for things that you want to be able to open and close over and over again, right? Okay. Let me grab my snips, and I'm going to open our paper. Sherry says she's really excited to see how I use this box. Oh, that is wonderful, Sherry. No pressure whatsoever. Thank you. Okay. Let's see what we got here. I literally am just now opening this paper up. So, I don't know. Did I show you a paper? No, I don't think I did. Anyway, I don't know if I just opened a second package of paper or not, but I'm pretty sure I haven't even opened the paper because I have all of the brand new stuff still in the box. I did my inventory, but I really haven't had a chance to play with it much. So like I said, I've been super busy these last couple of weeks. All right, let's go ahead and go through the paper real quick. We've got, oh, that one's going to be great. That one's going to be really good, I think. Oh, and then there's that one too. Oh my gosh, we're going to have troubles figuring out which paper we want to use to cover up our book, aren't we? Oh dear. Literally. Oh my gosh. Oh, those are so sweet. So sweet. Okay. I think that the dies might cut that out. So that may be something for us to put on our cover there. And then we have these ones, really pretty. Okay. All right. So now that we've decided a theme, I need to know, are we doing traditional red and green Christmas, or are we doing blues and greens Christmas? So let me know, are we doing red and green or are we doing blue and green? Because that will literally dictate the entire project and will change things dramatically. So let me know if we're doing red and green or if we're doing blue and green, okay? That is so cute. I love it. Now this one can be used for both, of course, because even though it's got the bluer background, it has red and green on the little deer. So we can actually use this one for both. So let me know, red and green or blue and green. Okay, looks like we are red and green today. Okay, so let me take a look here and see about this one. I just want to know if indeed, yes, it does. Yes, it does. Well, yeah, there it is. There it is. There it is. I got it. Okay, so yes, that die does indeed cut out these two together. That is very cool. And then this die cuts out this guy right there. Okay, very cool. Okay, so we've got red and green. And I really want to use one of these little deer. So let's see here. Hold the phone, friends. Yes. Okay. So tell me, are we doing baby deer or are we doing jumping deer? Okay. Baby and mama or jumping deer. Let me know which one we're doing and I will cut that out. Now, that being said, this is just a prequel. We may change our minds. We may go a different route. We shall see. But for right now, I'd like to do one or the other of these. I could go ahead and die cut both. Maybe I could just do that. That might make some sense since we're just starting out. Y'all know how this goes. You have been here before. As far as I'm seeing, those of you responding are my regular crew. You know that this can start out one way and go a completely different direction. So let's just take this one step at a time, shall we? Okay. Sherry and Dawn both say baby and mama. So we are still right on track. Sherry, you just tell mama that we can all absolutely agree and we do not need to disagree just to make things harder for me. I'm rather enjoying it this evening. Okay, so all I'm doing is just cutting loosely around one of the solid images so that I can die cut. So I know we mentioned the baby and the mama, and that's fine. I'm going to cut this one out as well, just so that we have it, and we can just see, just in case. And then, okay, we've got that one. And then baby and mama, I'm really happy when I'm wanting to die cut something that's whole close to the edge of the paper. Makes me super happy. This one would have been a really cute one as well. The little deer and stringing up the lights. That would have been super cute. This paper is really pretty. Okay, there we go. All right, now then, let me get my die cut machine out. And you guys know the drill. You may be getting a little bit of shake, shake, shake going on. Bear with me. Okay. There and there. Okay. Which one's Mom's favorite, Sherry? There we go. Isn't that cute? Oh my gosh, just love it. Okay, and let's see how Mama and Baby cut out. This is so stinking cute. Oh my gosh. Love it. Love it. Alright, this one's a little bit bigger, so I'm just going to put a little bit of my washi tape on there. Make sure that it doesn't shift around on me. Just in case, because that would be sad. Oh, the deer with the lights on the tree. Yeah, that one's really, really cute. I love it. I don't know. We'll see what we come up with, won't we? Okay. Now you girls should know that my mind is a little bit fuzzy this evening because I'm actually tired already this evening, and I don't even know why. I slept really good last night, and I don't know, I wouldn't say that I've been running like a chicken with my head cut off today, but I've been consistently busy. So, I don't know. I'm starting to get on a good sleep routine, which is wonderful, and I'm finding out that that is actually huge. I have always been one of those people who kind of thrive on just a couple of hours of sleep, and I wouldn't say that I thrived well, but I kind of thrived on on minimal amounts of sleep. And now that I'm getting older, of course, I'm learning that that doesn't work very well. And that once I'm getting on a kind of routine, I'm gonna be like a baby on a pattern, I'm up at 7, in bed by 11, and I'm ready to go. And it's only 8 o'clock, and I'm ready to put my yammies on and go to bed. All right, so we've got both of our little deer right there. Okay, let's do just a little bit of assembly maybe on the box, but I'm going to talk to you about it first. So let me bring in the stamp set. Okay, now this is the way that the box goes. Let me see if I can get us a little more room here. There we go. Hot dog. Oh my goodness, that's way better, isn't it? I have to bring it up after my welcome screen when you're looking at me, because otherwise the camera is right in my face and you wouldn't see my face, and okay. Anyway, the box assembles in a pretty standard fashion. The tabs go in like so, and then the side flaps wrap around and lock down. And of course, because it's white, it's going to be a pain in the patella, but there we go. I'll just kind of put some flesh color in there. Anyway, it's just a little box, right? And then the book outside has these adhesive strips and you just line the book like that, or the box rather, in the middle of it, and then it wraps around like so, and then the tab comes over it like that. Okay, so that is how the box assembles. Now, we have options. We can leave the base plain white, or we can give it a little bit of color with blending brushes and ink. We can focus on that last and do this part first if we want to help us decide. So if we were to do that, and I wouldn't want to, actually we can go ahead and assemble, because even if we do color the box base itself, we're not going to want to color inside because that would be a whole lot of work. So let's go ahead and let me take off the backing on the tape, and we'll go ahead and assemble the box. Okay, at least this part. So again, we're going to tuck the tabs in, and I'm going to make sure that they're lined up really nicely with the edge, and tack that down. Okay, and then this side the same way. So I'll tuck those tabs in, wrap the flap, and tuck it in. All right, so we have that. Okay, now definitely gonna need you folks' help this evening, because my mind is reeling with a million different ideas. So if we were to focus on the cover of the book, let's see if that mama and baby are maybe, they might be a little bit too big, friends. I wondered. We'll see, but depending on what kind of decoration we do, they're going to take up a good share of the cover, which is fine. That's totally okay, right? All right, let's see here. What if we choose a designer series paper to go on the cover? And we've got, okay, we have this one. I like that. But of course, if we're doing the deer, we may want, I don't know, we'll have to see how we do about this. We may need to put a layer in between. If we were going to say cover the book with this paper, which would be super cute, we would need to bring in some kind of a label or something like that to put these guys on, because that's a really busy paper. But it could look very cute on the cover of our book, right? Okay, so we have that option. Let's see, what other options do we have here? We have a more subtle holly and berries option. We have the Christmas lights, which is also very cute. And we have Christmas trees, but if we do this one, I would like to use some red paper to add to it so that it's not so much white, And then we have, friends, I think we have, this one's really nice too. Okay, so let's narrow this down, all right? Here's what we're going to do. Get your fingers on your keyboard, because this is going to be like a speed round, okay? All right, so I'm going to give you a quick peek of all of the patterns, okay? And we're going to start on this end. Let me do this right here. Okay, bells or Christmas trees, comment and let me know. Bells or Christmas trees, okay? We'll whittle it down. Bells. Okay, so bells or holly? Bells or holly? You just behave yourself, Sherry. You just behave. Oh, behave. Bells or holly? All right, Sherry says bells. Okay, very good. Now, bells or lights? Bells or lights? Oh, Sherry is on it. She's like, I want those bells. All right. Sorry, girls. That midlife power surge is happening. I had to grab my fan. Okay, bells it is. Let's go to the last one. Kim, you can't see the other comments because you are watching on Facebook and Sherry is watching on YouTube. So I'm actually streaming to Facebook and YouTube at the same time. So as the comments are coming in, I'm repeating them. So when you hear me repeating somebody's comment, that's why. Okay, so bells or presents? Bells or presents? This one might be tougher. This one's going to be hard. Well, we'll see. Maybe it's not. Maybe you guys already know. Okay. Bells it is. You guys surprised me. I actually thought you would choose the presents. Okay, so bells it is. Now, let me grab my trimmer and my ruler. And I need my bigger ruler. Hold on, friends. No, I don't. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do some layering, okay? This is very, very bold and bright, all right? It is very bold and bright. Very, very bold and bright. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to measure the front of the box. And it is 3 by 4, but it has this curve to it. So do I have well, I'll show you what to do if you don't have a corner rounder. Okay, this will be fun. Okay, so I'm going to do 2 7/8 by 3 7/8. Okay, because I want to leave just a little bit of a border to kind of tone this bugger down just a little bit. All right, so let me see here, 2 7/8. Okay, by 3 7/8. Okay, now here's the trick when you're trying to match up. Oh, I need to change my trimmer blade too. When you're trying to match up the curve of a project, you can easily line up your designer series paper so that it is even top to bottom, and then bring it down. I'm lying to you. I'm lying to you. Bring it to the corner. That's what I meant to say. Bring it to the corner and trim like that. Okay, so line it up with the edge and snip the corner just like so. Okay, and then bring it down to the other edge and snip the corner again. Okay. Ooh, hold on. There we go. All right, now then I have a nice little curved edge, and it will line up beautifully, right? Okay, so we have this, and we're not going to tack anything down yet because we need to figure out what we're going to do, and we also need to put our magnets on. So do not let me forget. Don't let me forget. Sherry, you've got my number. Kim, you've got my number. If I start to forget to put the magnets on first, call me. Call and say, wait. Okay. All right, so the box goes like this. Okay, that is super cute already. I really like it. And we are going to put the magnet underneath here. So we could probably go ahead and do that now so I don't forget. Probably could, like that. And then we're not going to worry about this piece just yet, or we can do that first. Maybe we should do that first because I want it to be near the end. So, so let's go ahead and do that first. Okay, I'm going to pull this tab off. Let me see if I can get it to focus in with the white there. You can see that there is a strip of adhesive, there you go, along that flap. I am going to remove that adhesive altogether. Okay, so I'm going to pick it off. Oh no, it's got that. All right, Stampin' Up. Here's what I mean. I took the back off and come on and focus on. You see that? It has printed lines to show you where to put the adhesive. Doggone it. Okay, so here's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to cover that up. Okay, it's fine. We can do that. It is fine. All right, so we'll leave that there for just a moment. This piece is going to be like this, and it is looking beautiful already. We can decide what color we want to do here. Maybe just a real red piece here to kind of match this. And do we want to use the same DSP on the outside, or would we like to leave it white? So here's what I want you to put in the comments. Are you ready? Get your fingers on the keyboard. Get ready to go. Here we go. Okay, are we going to put paper on the outside or leave it white? first and foremost. Are we going to put paper on the outside or are we going to leave it white? Okay. That's the first thing. So paper or leave it white. Now that's not for the inside. For the inside, I'm going to go ahead and cut a piece of real red right here to fit that one. Okay, so let's see here. This. Oh, look at that. Isn't that a thing of beauty? It's just the right size. Okay, so I'm going to put, this is real red, and on my screen, it actually looks Poppy Parade, but I assure you it is real red. And it is 1 inch, I believe. Indeed. So I'm going to put this right next to, but not over the seam, the score line right here on the flap. Okay, I'm apparently going to put my glasses on as well. We'll figure out what paper here in just a minute, Sherry. I just want to know if we're putting some kind of a paper over the buckle or if we're leaving it white. We'll figure that part out here in just a minute. Okay. So I'll put that right to the edge there. And then I'm just going to fussy cut around it. Just like that. Okay. And then, oh, that tape is really strong. Hold on, tape. Oh, no. I didn't want it to stay on there. I just wanted it to hold it temporarily. Come here, you. Come here. Come here. This tape is really strong, y'all. Dawn says magnet first. Yes, but I I actually did remember that. However, I overestimated. Doggone it. I overestimated that tape. Doggone it. Okay. I thought since it was just a tiny little strip right down the middle, it would be fine. But you know what? Woo, it's tough. Okay, so we're going to take it off. Just so you know, that tape is tough. It is tough. So let me peel the tape off. Okay, here we go. I'm pulling these off. If you're wondering why I'm even bothering with it, I'm pulling it off because if I don't, then there will be bumpy, bulky areas, right? So I've either got to get the paper off of the adhesive or just get the adhesive off entirely. And since this adhesive is ridiculously strong, I am just going to go ahead and pull the adhesive right off of it. Okay, there we go. So, FYI, that adhesive is crazy strong. So when you go to put your box on, you're going to have to do it with conviction because once it touches the paper, it is done. Because I put that on there, but I was holding it around the edges to keep from putting pressure on the middle, and it still did that. So that was nuts, right? Okay, this is all bent up and crazy, and I could probably smooth it out and make it work, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and cut another piece here. So let me line that up. Okay. And I'll just cut another piece. Good catch on that, by the way, Miss Dawn. Now this is probably going to be just a tiny bit longer because the length is, I'm not even doing as good cutting around this one as I was the last one. There we go. Okay. All right. Now then, I want to put my magnet down first. And I've got both of the magnets together just now because if you don't know this, one side of the magnet will cling to the other magnet like crazy and the other side will repel from it. So we want to put our glue down. And I'm going to put it far enough away from the edge that I can get my paper tucked down. But I want it close enough to the edge that it's actually on the flap, right? So let's do right about there. Give it a little bit of a press. Okay. And then I'm going to put glue on the back side of my cardstock here. Go. And then pull the magnet off and put my cardstock down. Get on there. There we go. Okay. Give it plenty of pressure there so that it lines up nicely. And it's going to kind of wrap around that magnet. Okay. All right. Now, I'll put that back on there just like so. And now, we're going to put this one on this side. Okay. And I'm going to use my glue dots. You could have used your glue dots for both, but I'm especially using my glue dot for this one because I'll put the glue dot on the back of the magnet. Come on. Quit being a turd. Put it on there. Okay. I'm also going to put a little bit of liquid glue on there because that glue dot didn't really do what I thought it should do. Okay. And then I'm going to put this inside there to give it something to hold on to. Let me put it upside down. Since we're not gluing it in just yet, that'll give us a nice flat surface. Okay, so just like that. And then up and over. And I'll just hold it for a few seconds to let it grab a hold. Okay, there we go. And then I can give that a nice even pressure. Okay, there we go. All right, so now we have our little book and it will clip and it will be beautiful. Okay. All right. Now then, let's put this down. That was such a pretty scene. Look at that. Aww. Okay, there we go. Now, okay, there we go. Now with this one, I'm not going to really give it a big pressure because I don't necessarily want to totally make a crease in the front of my project here, right? So it's got plenty of space around that I can sandwich and really work the glue. Let's see if the magnets are strong enough. Yeah, they are. Okay. They're really, so the cardstock is super thick, right? You guys know the cardstock is super thick. And it will still hold. It's really light hold though with the cardstock and the DSP. So, you know, maybe we want to just do DSP instead of cardstock here. I'm going to go ahead and leave it for now, but if I need to change it, we can. Okay. So there's our box. And we've got that part in there. Okay, yeah, we may have to take it off. It's not gonna, I just feel like it's just very, very light. So maybe, we'll see. I'm trying not to spend too much time playing with the magnet, but the magnet is playing with me. So it's his fault. Obviously, it's a he, you know. Wouldn't be giving me a hard time otherwise. Okay, now that we have our box, we need to decide, yeah, I'll take that off. We need to decide if we're going to put a cardstock or a DSP for our little flap here. Okay, so do we want to do cardstock or DSP for the tab? I don't know that we should do red, but we could do green. Let me see here. We could do a green one. So I'll hold that right there. We could do DSP. Let's see. Well, you know, I'm really not sure. We don't have any simple light background patterns in that, but we do have, let's see here. Which is it in? Regals or Brights? You know, since they've changed around, I'm not entirely sure, but let's see here. Garden Green right there. That would be cute. Okay. All right, so Okay. Set those aside there. All right. So are we doing green cardstock or are we doing striped DSP? That would be very cute. Or green cardstock. What are we doing? Cardstock or DSP? Cardstock or DSP? Oh, okay. All right. Sherry says DSP. Oh, Dawn says DSP. Okay, fabulous. All right, now here's what I'm thinking. Since this is a little bit thick, that since we're going to be cutting an inch off anyway, because the outside is an inch, maybe we could put this on the inside right here as well. What do you guys think? I think that's probably a good idea. That way it covers it, but yet... Okay, and then I'm going to put it this way. Okay. All right, and I kind of feel like maybe. Well, let's see what you guys say. Okay. So, let me peel this off. I'm going to make a mess of this, y'all, but just bear with me here. Be okay. We'll get it figured out. It's the wonderful thing about Think Tank Thursday, right? You get to see in real time how it all works. Okay, there we go. I'm going to try not to disturb the magnet because it's attached. And so hopefully it stays attached. All right. Okay. There we go. That's really not so bad. Yay, it stayed put. That's wonderful. That is our biggest worry right there, is just keeping that magnet in place because it's already lined up with the magnet on the front. Not that we couldn't realign it, but let's face it, if we don't have to, that's better. All right, we'll pick this stuff off here. Okay. All right, so let me ask you guys this. On the cardstock, I had stopped at the seam, right, and left this part white. On the outside, I kind of feel like we should go all the way down. So my question is, that's right, Miss Debbie. Never forget the power of huffing on your adhesive to remove it. You are absolutely right, darling. So what I want to know is, should we put DSP all the way down to the edge on the outside and the inside? Or should we just put DSP on the outside all the way down and halfway on the inside? So are we putting DSP all the way down on the inside or halfway down on the inside? Okay, answer that for me, and I'm going to go ahead and figure out my measurement for the outside. All right, are we putting DSP all the way down on the inside, or are we putting DSP halfway down on the inside? How did my measurement go wonky? I don't know. Half on the inside and all the way on the outside. All right, Miss Debbie, I think that you are good judge there. Okay, that's what I did wrong. I put 2 3/8. It's 2 5/8 inch long here, and 1 1/16 on the seam. So 2 5/8 for the front, and then 1 1/16, which, if you don't know, is here we go. It's the line right after the 1 mark. So you've got the 1 mark, and then the line right after that is the 16th inch. Okay, so I'm going to score this at the 1 1/16 inch. And I'm doing it extra light, so I am going back and forth a couple of times because I have a real bad habit of being heavy-handed with my score blade on designer series paper, and I don't know how many of you can relate to that, but then I crack it and I feel sad because I've ruined my DSP. All right, so here we go, just like that, and it scores beautifully. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and attach my glue. Taking extra care to put it ever so lightly, but all the way to the edges so that my paper doesn't lift. Okay. All right, so this is 2 5/8 of an inch by 1 inch. And then I've scored at 1 1/16 of an inch. So if you're wanting measurements to do this on yours, those are your measurements: 2 5/8 by 1 and 1 1/16 inch for that score mark. Okay. Now, the reason why we're doing that score mark is because the tab has a score on it, and if you don't, then the paper is going to kind of pull. So by putting a score mark on there, you make it so that it stays nice all the way across. Okay, so it can handle the fold by having that score there. Okay, now nice and easy here. Okay, still a little bit sticky on the inside, so I'm fighting with that just a little bit. And then I'm going to take my snips and just like I did before, trim my edge just like so. Come on, don't get out of control, please. There we go. Okay. All right, so now we have that one. And for the inside, again, I'm going to go ahead and glue all up the inside. Just on the top half here. All around the edges. On the back of the magnet. Make sure that that's not too much there. Okay. And then all right, here we go. I'm going to work my way around that magnet. And I think this is definitely going to help. The cardstock is really thick. It's like having 2 layers of designer series paper on there. So I think this will make a difference for us. Okay, and then I'm going to trim around it on this side. Okay, and we have that. All right, now, if you do not have one of these little magic erasers, they're adhesive eraser. It's a rubbery thing. I'm not worried about this because the box is going to be sitting on that. But I don't want the adhesive from where we were picking adhesive back and forth on the tab here. I want that to be off. So I'm taking my little magic eraser thing, that's what I like to call it, and I'm just going to rub off any little adhesive spots that have happened to climb onto it. Okay, so we're tidying it up just a little bit. There we go. All right, now then, oh, let me get that off the picker. We don't want it on the picker either. Okay, now we have our box, the cover. Much better. Did you hear it click that time? That was awesome. Okay, so now then, we need to decide what we're going to do with our little box here. What do we think we should do with it? I think that our little deer could go on the front if we made a big label and attached it to the buckle. So I feel like that's probably the only way those deer are going to be on there. This deer could potentially hang off the edge, but I think also kind of the same thing. We need some kind of a medallion or something here on the front that will clip to that right there, I think. So let's see what we have. We've got stylish shapes, which are just a little bit boring. We can do that. Put that on there, or this one. Certainly we could use a little banner for sentiment if we want to. May all your days be full of cheer, or Merry Christmas would be so much fun. So we can do that. Let's see here. What else can I come up with? All right, a whole collection of cute dies here. The deckled circles, deckled rectangles. These are really cute. This one would be simple, but it would be effective. The postage dies, that would be cute. Maybe the spotlight and nature. And I think these ones are probably a bit too small. So I'm going to say these ones won't do us much good. Okay, so we have this right here. Let's see. That one's too big unless we go this way. All right, so we've got our circle. We have this one that we can put this way and put maybe, what about this? What about this? Okay, let's see here. Christmas is better together. Boom, right there. What do you think? Super cute. Super cute. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to give you that option. Let's scoot that over. Or we could do a sweet little postage stamp. Like that. Okay. All right. So, yeah, I'm not really crazy about the other ones just because they're pretty basic also. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Again, like we did with the DSP, of the choices of the circle or the rectangle, both of them are stitched. Which one would you prefer for the front? Circle or rectangle? Yeah, Sherry says that's cute because mama and baby are together, so it matches the sentiment. Yes, you are absolutely right. I think so too. I got excited when I thought about that. Okay, circle or rectangle? Dawn says rectangle. Okay, so circle is gone. Now, rectangle or postage? Rectangle or postage? Now, the rectangle has stitches. The postage doesn't, but the postage has the little decorative edge. All right, rectangle or postage? Here's the postage. And here's the rectangle. The rectangle is a bit bigger. Yeah, the corners are really nice on it. Yeah, okay. All right, Miss Debbie. Oh, we need a tiebreaker. All right, rectangle. Okay, so we've got two rectangles and a postage. So we are going to go with the rectangle. And let's see here. Mom said rectangle. All right, look at that. I love it when a plan comes together and the cardstock just happens to match beautifully. It makes life so easy. It's the little things in life, right, my friends? Okay, let me grab the die cut machine. Okay. Okay. Pop, pop. I did it in white, and to be totally honest with you, I'm not even totally sure if that's what we want to do. But it's okay to have extra little die cut pieces. I'll set that aside for just a minute. All right, so now we have our white layer, and it's going to attach here. So it'll attach just like that on the flap. Okay. And then this will attach. And we need our sentiment. Now, I don't think that the sentiment will fit on the whole thing, and I don't think that I want it to. So I'm going to set that aside right there. Okay, so we've got that. And then grab another piece of white cardstock. And I'm going to stamp it in early espresso or garden green. Okay, are we stamping the sentiment in early espresso or garden green? There's the sentiment. Christmas is better together. In espresso or green? I don't think we want to do red. Espresso. That is exactly what I was thinking too. The green I think might be pretty, but the espresso I think will give it a better look. Okay, we've got a photopolymer stamp, so let's bring in our stamping mat. Tap, 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 not smush, smush, smush. And hold on to it for just a second since it's an espresso ink on a white cardstock. Let it get nice and rich. Okay. I like using espresso instead of black because espresso, even though it's really dark and looks almost black, it's got a softer tone to it. Okay, so I'm going to set this off to the side for just a minute. I really want that to dry. Okay, now here's the question. What I'm thinking is that perhaps I will come along and kind of closely crop around the sentiment and then pop it on right here. So my question is, should I maybe change the color of the white layer? Or maybe, even though we went with a more red and green theme, we could still put just a little bit of pool party in with a blending brush on the background to soften it up and give it a dividing thing. What do you think? So white on white, or should we soften it up with pool party? What do you think? And while you guys are deciding that, I'm going to go ahead and clip this piece. All right, Sherry says pool party. Okay, let me get this trimmed around. Oh, I got paper stuck in my snips. There we go. Let me touch that up just a little bit there. There we go. Okay. I'm not a super fast paper trimmer here, I admit. Okay, there we go. Oop, I didn't mean to go that far. That's weird. That's weird. You guys aren't even able to see because I'm out of the loopy. But look what I did. I don't know that I even like that right there. We'll see. I'll go ahead and cut it and we'll see. I don't want to keep y'all hanging on the line for something that I'm being persnickety about. But, you know. Alright, there we go. Okay. No, it's not so bad. Fix that just a little. There we go. Okay. So that's okay. That's cute. All right. Let me set that there. This out of the way. All right. Now, for those who can't watch my crazy paper, you get crazy paper. It's got ink on it already, but we're ink blending, right? So it's okay. All right, let's see here. Not lost again. Give me a pool party brush, please. Yes, there we go. And the pool party ink. I think this will soften it up just enough. We're actually going to get out of that, though. We'll do this side because otherwise we don't want to reactivate that ink and get some brown in there. That would be awful. Okay, here we go. And in fact, I'm going to pull it over here. Okay, just the slightest little bit of pool party. Remember, you can always add more, but you can't take it away. So go light in the first place and then add more as you like. You know, I'm going in super light just now, but I'm really trying to make sure that I don't get it too dark. And so what I'm thinking when I'm using this pool party with the red and green is I'm really feeling that nostalgic, vintage Christmas vibe, right? So that's one thing that I absolutely loved about this paper was that I really enjoyed that nice rustic vibe and or vintage vibe. And we have a designer series paper in the holiday catalog that is oh gosh, I'm trying to think of what it's called. Oh my goodness. Anyway, it is a really nice and truly vintage Christmas design paper. Think about the old Christmas wrapping paper with the little scenes and the big vintage stockings and things like that. And that's what that paper is. And $3 of every package of that goes to I believe it's going to foster assistance this year. I need to get more details on it. I'm not sure that I have the exact location. Actually, I can tell you the details and I can show you the paper. It's right inside. And it's one of my favorite things about Stampin' Up. It's called Sentimental Christmas. And actually it says we'll make a $3 donation for every Sentimental Christmas Designer Series paper and Sentimental Christmas Sweet Collection. And let's see, it's going to organizations dedicated to the future of children around the world. Yeah, so it doesn't actually say in the catalog specifically. I was thinking that it didn't, but generally we get an idea very soon. So as soon as I know that, I will let you know. But I just love being involved with a company that cares so much about their community and does wonderful things for community outreach and things like that. I mean, that's something that's always very near and dear to my heart. I really enjoy being able to do things, you know, for those who could really just use a hand up. So, okay, you can see what I'm doing here. I'm focusing a little bit of attention around that stitching so that I can get a nice little border. And this will help me really differentiate between the rectangle and the sentiment. And then I'm being very, very light with the pool party inside the rectangle. And I'm actually not even really doing anything towards the inside middle of it. I'm really just focusing on the outsides of it. Okay. And I think that's probably pretty good. So now you can see, maybe, except for the fact that my white balance is saying, hey, that's white. Okay, well, let's see if it helps once we put it on once we put it on the box, okay? All right, let me get that out of the way. Okay, now my thought is this, and you can see that that pool party really makes a difference. Well, I hope you can see. Maybe you can see. You can definitely see it up against the white. This camera is driving me bonkers. So sorry about that. Okay. I like this. I like this. I like that. All right. Now, if we're going to be putting the rectangle on the buckle, of course, one thing that we have to consider is that the buckle is a little bit thicker and the rest of it is not. So, what might we put on the other side to be able to balance it out a little bit? And I think that we might be able to maybe we can put some little somethings right there. Maybe a little Christmas tree right there would actually help us, and it would decorate this inside section. So like the Christmas tree right here, that might work. I wonder if there's one in the DSP that can be die cut with that die. So we'll take a look here. Let's take a look. Let me get that out of the way. Okay. And let me put this back together here and here and here. All right, bring out the tree. And let's see here. No. Oh. No, not that one. No. Nope. 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 Well, shucks. It doesn't look like there is a die that matches that little tree. So, let's see here. Okay, I'm going to take a stamp and a block. Here we go. And basic white cardstock. And I am going to color my stamp because if you can see that we've got the tree, we've got the trunk of the tree and the base of it, and then we have a little star on there. I don't want the whole thing to be green, right? That would be, I don't know, it's kind of weird. So I'm going to take crushed curry Stampin' Right marker, and I'm going to take garden green Stampin' Right marker and early espresso. Okay. And when you are going to color on your marker or color on your stamps, you may use the Stampin' Right markers. And these are just like having the ink from the pads in pen form. And so they work really nicely for that. You can color on the stamps and then stamp it off like I'm going to show you. And then you can wash your stamp and it will be clean. You cannot use your Stampin' Blends markers to color your stamps and do this technique because the alcohol ink will stain your stamp very, very badly and it will not stamp again. Like you can't stamp the red or color the red on there and then stamp a red tree. It won't stamp. It will just color and stain your actual stamp. Okay, so use the round ones to color the stamps, not the square ones, okay? All right, now all I'm going to do is color directly onto the stamp. All right, so I like to use the brush tip, and I'm using the side edge of it and just being really gentle, coloring my star. Okay. I'm not going to worry about the ink drying. Not really. I mean, you want to work quickly, but I will be able to huff on it, blow some hot air, and reactivate the ink on the stamp. Okay, so I'm just tapping in that yellow, getting it really nice and colored, and the tree. Let me take a look at the image, how they're, okay. Okay, and just coloring all of the parts that I want to be green. And you'll notice when you're coloring it that when you go over it the first time, the ink doesn't really look very bold. But if you let it dry for just a hot second and then go over it again, you'll see that it coats the stamp a little bit better. So that's my tip for you, if you already know how to do this, is to let it dry for just a second so that you can really get a good bold color. Okay, and doing this side, let me just try to not get my little star colored here. Okay. But this little tree actually has the trunk going straight down the middle of it rather than having the branches cover the whole thing. So yeah, so anyway, we're going to be putting the trunk all the way through it, which, I mean, you know, in reality, the trunk does go all the way up through the tree. So this is more like a little Charlie Brown tree. Okay, here we go. Trying to be pretty quick about it, y'all, but, you know, here we go. And then just a little bit more right there. Okay, and then I'm going to bring in that early espresso and go right down the middle. Okay. And across the bottom, just like that. Okay. All right, now because I don't want any gaps between the espresso and the green, I'm going to go ahead and come back with the green just a little bit. And I'm going to touch that espresso just a little bit right there. Okay, just to fade it in a little bit. And it helps make my tree look a bit fuller too. Okay, so this may seem like a little time-consuming thing, and it kind of is just because I'm adding so many different colors to this particular stamp. But it's actually pretty fun to color your stamps. Just make sure that, like I said, you're doing it with your Stampin' Write markers and not your Stampin' Blends. Okay. All right, there we go. Okay, now are we ready for the magic to happen? This is so much fun. This makes it all worth it. Yes, the crowd goes wild. Okay. And then you end up with a tree that's got all of the color and it looks fabulous. Okay. All right. So let me die cut this out. Get rid of my markers. And hi, Awkward Blue. How are you? Thanks for joining us. Yeah, isn't that cool? I love it. Now, if you wanted to do more than one of these images, you would go ahead and add color each time. You could stamp this one more time, but it'd be really, really faint and it's just not going to look as good. So I would definitely recommend not cleaning in between the two because you've got this first layer on here now. But I would definitely recommend that you color each time just to make sure that it's got the amount of color that you're hoping for it to have. Okay, now I will die cut this right here. And again, I'm going to put just a little piece of washi to make sure it stays. Okay. Oops, sorry about that. Bump the table. Okay, now then, carefully tearing off the washi tape, and we have our fabulous little die cut tree. Okay. All right. Now, I think that the tree can go on the back side there, and we can put it on dimensionals, and that will pop up both sections like that. All right. So if I were to glue directly right here, and if I were to add dimensionals here, let's see, where are my dimensionals? They are right here. Okay, I'm going to bring in some of these pieces and I'm ready to cut around the edges. Okay. I think that's a little, oh no, that's right at the edge. That was pretty good, but I'm going to move it anyway. Here we go. Okay. And then I'm going to cut a teeny tiny little strip here because if I don't, then my poor little stem there, the trunk of the tree, is going to get bent and crazy, and we don't want that. So let me see if I can do a little dot for the star and a little bit for the tree. Okay, here we go. That one. And let me grab my little pokey tool. That'll help. I can't see. Stop that. There we go. All right, now listen. You do as you're told. Okay, very good. Just the right size, right there. Fabulous. Yes, fabulous. It's fabulous, darling. Okay, here we go. And there. And that piece right there. Okay, I need it to be on this side. So I'm going to put my hands here and I'm going to flip it this way. And then I know I need it to be on this side. I am flipping it upside down just now, but it won't actually stay that way. Okay, there we go. All right, so now that's done. And then when I lay this piece down, it's even across the board. So I can glue it directly onto the flap. And then by having the tree back there, it gives the flap a nice even lay, right? And then when I open it up, then I'll have a cute little tree on the inside of my box, or on the inside of the flap rather. Okay, so I want to add a little bit of liquid glue here. And I'm only doing, like half of the flap because this thing isn't going to go across the whole deal and we don't want any glue showing. So we're only going to put glue on about half of it. And then I'll put this piece right here. Let me make sure that's even. Okay, pretty good. All right, so there we go. And then, like I said, when I open it up, we've got the cute little tree right there. So that's wonderful. All right, let's go ahead and glue this piece down because we know that we're going to leave that. I think we're going to leave that white now. Okay, let me ask you, do y'all want to leave this white, or would you like to stamp some blue pool party snowflakes around the edges? So blank, leave it white inside, and I'm not going to touch that. Let me turn that over. Woo, there we go. Are we leaving it white inside, or are we going to stamp the edges with snowflakes? What do you think we should do? Leave a comment and let me know. And while you are deciding that, I'm going to go ahead and start putting this stuff out of the way. Okay, you guys decide if we are putting snowflakes or if we are not. And in fact, putting some snowflakes on here would have been really cute as well. We might be able to make that happen if you guys want to. So comment and let me know. Are we leaving it white or are we stamping snowflake border around the sides? While you guys are doing that, I will go ahead and cut dimensionals for our little deers. Our dear little deer. Miss Janine says leave it white. Oh, and Sherry says snowflakes. Okay, we need a tiebreaker, folks. Okay, snowflakes. All right, then. Let's see. Let me go ahead and add my dimensionals here. Okay. You know what? I knew that I needed that strip. or something else. Put it right there. I'm not going to put a strip on this outer leg or the tail or the outer leg of the baby because the piece does kind of hang over a teeny tiny bit. So I just won't do that, but I will put the dimensionals everywhere else to keep it from sagging. Okay. Now here's what we can do. If we're putting the little deer here, that's super cute. And, our sentiment. If we're putting the sentiment here, then we could put a little cluster of snowflakes right here. What do you think? I think that would be good. So I will put this and this right there. Yep, I think that's good. Okay, in order to do that, I am going to have to open this baby up and do this. Okay, let me see. Snowflake, snowflake. All right. And a block, please. All right, now move you, grab you. Okay, this is going to be very, very cute, actually. And I'm going to give it a nice little press. And I'm going to pretend like I didn't make a mess. There we go. Okay. And then I'm going to bring this one around. And this is pretty sturdy. So like I had mentioned when we were putting it together, it's pretty sturdy. So I'm just going to kind of give it some stamp. I like the way that the stamp is kind of put together so that your images will interlock just a little bit. So there we go. Okay, and I'm going to try not to touch that so I don't smear anything. And here we go. Okay, just a little right there maybe. Always pressing my luck when I'm trying to add a little something extra. Y'all know that feeling. Just add a little something extra and then you say, oh, why did I do that? Okay, right there, one more. Stop it. Okay. And here, here. Now this kind of a box does have a little bit of a coating to it, so you will want to be careful. Give it just a minute to dry. So as you can see, I'm being really careful not to touch the sides. All right, I really want it to be able to dry and not make a mess because I'd be super sad if all that work got smeared. Okay, there we go. Almost done with that. It's gonna be so cute. I love it. What are we gonna put inside of this thing? This would be so much fun. So when I saw these in the catalog, I'm gonna tell you that my thought was to make a stack of books like an advent calendar. So I'm thinking, here we go. Let's set that aside so that we don't smear it. Okay. I was thinking that, I'll have this little stack of books and I can put with my die cut letters and numbers day 1 or just put the number one, like, or I mean the letters, ONE for one, and do a 12 Days of Christmas Advent as a stack of books. And you could either stack them this way, and tie a cute little bow around them, or stack them, side by side this way and tie a little bow around them. That would be so much fun. You could even make a box to hold them in, which I may have to do. I may have to do that. I don't know. So let me see here. Let me grab my alphabet right quick. And let's see here. Alpha. Many alphas. And garden green. Of course, we could also put a strip of DSP on the spine. Okay, these are really cool because, as you can see, all of the letters are on one die. So I can cut out a tremendous amount of letters very, very quickly and not have to worry about staggering the paper or anything like that. Another thing that I can do, and I think I might just do this, is go ahead and cut the letters out of the DSP that matches the trim and put that on there. That would be neat as well, wouldn't it? Okay, let me just see how that looks. And I can always do another set in garden green. Okay, so Sherry, you were asking earlier, or saying earlier, that you were looking forward to seeing what I do with these. And so that's kind of where my mind is heading with some of them, is to make an advent calendar. And, they're big enough to put all kinds of little goodies in. So that would be really fun for the twins. Just saying. So it'll be a lot of fun for anyone who has book lover friends. Of course, it would be really fun. Obviously, really fun for kids. I think anybody would enjoy having it as an advent calendar. So let's see here. Let's see what we've got, shall we? Okay, isn't that cool? I love it. Love it. Okay. The only issue, of course, is having to punch all of them out, but let's see if I can just leave everything else and do O-N-E. Okay, there's O and N right here. All right, there we go. Okay, and then I can punch out the others here in a bit. All right, so what I mean, I could do this and put these on dimensionals maybe, Come on now. Right? Super stinking cute. There we go. Something like that. Or in garden green or real red. Actually, any of the colors would be beautiful. Or we could do the same pattern on here and then do just the solid green, the garden green one, right? We could do that. So we have options. First of all, should we leave the spine white, or should we put the DSP on the spine as well? Okay, you guys tell me in the comments, should we leave the spine white or should we put the designer series paper on? Okay. While you guys are deciding that, I'm going to go ahead and punch out the rest of these letters so that I can have the die for the garden green. Let me grab my die brush out. It'll be so much easier. Sherry says DSP. Okay, very good. Okay, let me just use my little die brush here. This thing is the coolest contraption. As you can see, it pops out all of the pieces relatively easy. You just give it a little rock and roll over the pieces and it pops them all out. Okay, except for that one that wants to hang on. There we go. And then I can set this aside and get some garden green cardstock. Let's see here. Do I have a piece that will work? I believe I do. Look at that. It was meant to be. All right. Don says add DSP as well. All right, very good. Okay. Okay, E. Okay, O and N. O and N. Come on, N. There we go. And get off there. Pop that out. All right. Okay. The spine is 1 inch by 4 inches. So if we're going to do it the same as we did here, then we're leaving an 1/8 of an inch. So that means we'll do 7/8 inch by 3 7/8 inch. Okay, so let me grab this piece. And this isn't wide enough, so I'm going to go up here and do 3 7/8. And then I can turn it and do 7/8 right there. Okay. And then this is what our piece will look like. And I think that's great. Fabulous. Well done, everybody. Well done. So we've been on here for a little while tonight. A little bit longer than even we usually do because, of course, with a 3D project, and especially one that has quite a bit more options and bits and pieces and things like that. So I'm going to keep working here for a few more minutes, but it's already almost 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. So If you want to stay and hang with me, I would love that, but I will not be offended if you're like, holy crapola, it has been going on forever. But if you're invested and you really want to watch, then I'm happy for you to do that also. Okay, so now we have our card front or our box front, and that's very pretty. I like that. Okay, let's go ahead and add. Now that tape is super duper sticky, but I'm going to go ahead and add some liquid glue right down the middle of it as well, just because to me, 2 tiny little strips really doesn't seem like much, but y'all remember how quickly it attached to that other deal. So, okay, let me stand up here so that I can line this baby up, because I'm only gonna get one real shot. Oh, no, 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 no. Look at that. It's already attaching with that. I'm telling you, that tape is crazy glue. Hold on, friend. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Let's try that again. Woo, woo, woo. Okay. It was a little bit too high for me. Sorry. There we go. Okay. Now. And there. Okay. Very good. Very good. Too bad if it's not, because that bugger is on. All right. There we go. This thing really does have a lot of space. Like, you could put some tissue paper in there and wrap up a cute little gift in there. Put some chocolates in with it. I mean, it's a really nice little size. You know what else you could do? This would be so much fun. Make some little tiny note cards or gift tags and put them inside of here. That would be super cute. This would be a wonderful gift with that. Get out of there, please. Thank you. Okay. So now we've got the box and the cover, and I am loving it. I wish that the camera, there we go. I love that it's adding in the snowflakes to coordinate with the snowflakes on the front. I think that's super stinking cute. And now we can add our little reindeer, and they are absolutely adorable. Okay. Oh, I see everybody's hanging in there. All right, cool. Thank you. Like I said, I mean, we normally go over an hour. That's not unusual, but we're hitting the 2.5 hour mark. So thank you all so much for hanging with me. I really appreciate you. And I hope that you guys are going to like the project once it's finished too. Really and truly, the reason why this would take so much longer is not because it would take 2 hours for you to actually make this box. It's simply that we're designing it as we go. So if I were to do a tutorial video of this exact same project, it would take us 20 minutes tops. It's literally just the matter of figuring out the design and layout and all of that stuff that makes it take so long. Kind of want you to go down just. I really don't want to cover that snowflake. So I'm going to go right there. Okay. Super cute. I don't like that. I need to pull it over a little bit farther. As Debbie mentioned earlier, huffing on your adhesive to get it to come loose when it's our dimensionals anyway. is not a bad idea. Okay, there we go. I really like that much closer together, and there, that's better. That's better. Okay, that is super stinking cute. And so we have the little peppermint embellishments that go with the sweet. However, I don't think that those would look pretty on here at all because there's an awful lot going on already. So I think that we should just maybe put a little bow around Mama's neck. That would be cute. And had I thought about it before, oh no, I can get it through there. Okay, very good. See, I don't have dimensional through there, so I can tie it through. Come here, thread. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try very hard. Maybe don't have to try too hard. We'll see. To push that through here. Come on. There we go. There we go. Okay. And add a bow around Mama's neck. Okay. Quit. Okay, there we go. Cute. All right. And while I'm putting this bow on, tell me if you think we should maybe put some of the little teeny tiny rhinestones, just the little teeny tiny clear ones, or no, maybe just a couple of them right there near the top with our snowflakes. Let me know if that's what you think we should do or if we should leave it alone. And while I'm tying this bow, you guys can be deciding that. Okay. Okay, I want you to be a very small little bow. Please and thank you. Smaller. Ooh, teeny tiny. Sherry says no rhinestones. Yeah, I think it really does have enough going on as it is. Here we go. Teeny tiny little bow. Ah, not that tiny. No! Hold on. Woo! That was about catastrophic. I just about pulled that bow right on out of there. That would have been awful. Okay, there we go. Now we're good. Hold on. Maybe just a tiny bit. Right there. Okay, now listen. Behave yourself. You go over here. Woo, it's like surgery. Okay, there we go. That's good. I like that. I don't want it to be too much because it's already a lot, right? But just a little something right there. Come on. There we go. And right. Oh, my snips are getting dull. There we go. All right, that is cute with the little bow. That is so cute. You are nuts, Sherry. Sherry says that she's dying laughing. We need to tie this bow in a class. And so my local girls are pretty well spoiled. They really enjoy the fact that I generally tie their bows for them, and if I don't tie their bow for them, then they're already moaning and groaning and, oh my gosh, we have to tie a bow. And that one is so tiny. Look at that. Crazy tiny. Come on and focus, friend. Focus. So yeah, anyway, that is super, super stinking tiny bow. Oh my gosh. Your snips need Matthew. Yeah, mine obviously do too, darling. They obviously do too. I'm going to be getting him on it because, you know, he's taking his sweet time getting that thing up and going. Okay. So we have this and I like it. That's super cute. Now looking at the spine. Okay, we have our DSP there. Do we want to make this an advent box? Okay. Do we want to do that, or do we want to just leave it as a super cute little gift box? Okay, so obviously I really can make those straighter if I want to, but there is the number one. Yeah, the bow does add, it really does add so much to it. It needed just a little something, and that extra little something makes all the difference in the world. So, okay, for an advent box, putting box number one, or are we not making this an advent box and just making it a cute little trinket holder? What are we doing? Advent or no advent? What do you think? Oh, a name would be super cute, Sherry. A name would absolutely be super cute. Let's just see here. Let's just see here. I got a really good name. A really good name. It's an awesome name. No Advent. Okay, yeah, I like that. I like the idea of making some little matching note cards and putting it in there as a gift. Okay, here we go. Here's the name. I got this. I got it. I got it. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Look at that. Isn't that sweet? Dana is going to just love this box. Ha ha ha, wah, wah, wah. Oh, yeah, a name would be super cute. So, yeah, just like that. That would be cute. You know, Sherry, what would be really cute if you're putting names on these little boxes, and if you did a box for each of your kids and grandkids, and you had these sitting on your little shelf there, or, you know, for those who have a fireplace, sitting them up on a mantle, and then they can just draw their box. When you start doing your gift exchanges, that would be so cute. Wouldn't that be adorable? Okay, so yes, you could put a name. I'm going to do one last thing because I cannot leave well enough alone. But I think you guys are going to love it. Let me see here. Oh, maybe. Hold on just a second. I got to grab it. I got to grab it. Here we go. One last thing. Wink of Stella. Add a little sparkle to your life. Let's just put a couple little boops right there where our snowflakes are. And I think that will just about do it. Certainly, if you want to, you could go around the sides of the box and do the little snowflakes on the sides of the box as well, but I think that is just perfect. Okay? All right. So there you go, my friends. A super stinking cute little box. Christmas is on the way, whether we want it to be or not. I don't really know quite how I feel about that just yet, but I can tell you for sure that I am going to be making a Halloween box. As soon as those scrapbooking supplies come, so that I have some Halloween designer series paper, I will be making a cute little Halloween box out of that. So stay tuned for that. I'll probably do it as a blog post. And let's just see here. Ba-doom, ba-doom, ba-doom. All right, there we go. So you guys see what I'm talking about with like this camera is right here in my face. So I'm just going to bring it down. So there we go. It was so nice to hang out with you guys this evening. Thank you all so very much for staying for the whole time. This was crazy long. But I hope that you guys enjoyed it. And Don says, thanks for another great Think Tank Thursday. Thank you so very much for being here. You guys absolutely make Think Tank Thursday the amazing thing that it is. And I really just hope that you know how much I love and appreciate you all for being here and taking the time to create and play and have fun together. And it does my soul really, really good. I mean, it really does. It is like a full recharge. So thank you guys so very much for hanging out with me, truly. All right. So I will see you all next Thursday evening at 7 p.m. Eastern time for another Think Tank Thursday. And I am certain that I will not have the Halloween stuff in by then. I'm not going to express ship it. So it's not going to be here by then for me to show you the Halloween box, but I will post on my page and I'm sure on YouTube and all the places to let you guys know that it will be posted. So thank you again. And don't forget, the holiday catalog is live, the scrapbooking stuff is live, and those two fabulous kits are live. And I will see you all later, okay?